no surprises.
Yeah, Heretics just leaning into complete comfort, both stylistically as a team and individually. Come back on Jet, maybe not the best agent in the game right now, but it makes him comfortable. And then the double initiator too, we're getting that from Heretics, so.
Putting the B side to the test, the wraparound is going to once again put pressure in the pistol round onto West side.
Yeah, drone going through, trying to spot them out, but they've been flanked out completely. That singular smoke sort of keeping them alive, but they've been able to deal with Rians. That gives them some space to push forward, to almost lock their opponents in towards the side. But Woot's done well, and in fact, he's done incredibly well. 2 kills, turns this back into their favor, and there is another flank coming, and a turn of the tides once again.
Yeah, they might not have Westside leading the charge in the pistol this time, but plenty more to pick up that mantle. Good double stuns in. Woot should be done for, and it's Ara to take a 3K. GX winning out the pistol and starting out with their best foot forward.
Let's leave things with a little bit more comfort. Clearly, though, they're willing to take some gambles because it's 5 stingers.
Yeah, they've gone for the big investment. Not content with letting GX get off to the strong start that they did last time we saw them play Abyss. And at least to start, the picks go their way. Gorbinho's already been dealt with. They're not playing for the retake either, going in early, trying to take advantage of what they think to be better weapons, but they've heard the stingers now. They know that range is where they can find success, and here we go. The retake setup. This is what we talked about. The fact that you can have the stun go through, but Flickless has to wait for that to come back online. And then a flash right after to signify the execute itself, but they're slow rounding that corner. Rian set up with Benji, able to trade out to start and isolate a couple of fights. It becomes a very close duel in the end with 8 HP on Benji, but time ticking. And Flickless knows that he was close not long ago. He could be rounding the site, but the patience pays off. GX will find their second. It's costly, but considering Heretics went for the full investment, I think they can overlook that. And this is something as well that I think Heretics will come into today prepared for. GX having this setup with Chamber on the defense provides them so much value. Looking for that mid-fight early, containing information, making you burn utility, all the while the trap is just sitting here outside B, keeping info. They pressure it, but Heretics, they're under pressure themselves. GX have responded, reacted, and it'll at least be the trade. But coming back through, Heretics going back to the spawn have caught that. They've reacted perfectly. And now with an advantage and no information for GX to work with, again, I know they still have the trap there, but they've been denied that A main info. Apart from a passive enough position from Flickless, Cloud has to stick on A. This should be an easy plant.
Yeah. The utility denial as well. Doesn't leave much of an escape plan for Westside other than fade into the smoke. He was hoping to maybe get one, make the chance of a retake a little bit more likely. But even still, they do have the credits to spare. Our flank is coming in a little late. Flickless, I wonder if they'll be waiting for him. No, they've already thrown out some of their utility, trying to force them into fights, which it has done, but they've not won those fights. And now Westside walking back in, and then the flank comes through. It's just way too late. I feel like they needed to wait for Flickless to be in a position to do something before making a move.
35 on the clock. Heretics go the other way.
They know this.
It's going to be very heavily telegraphed.
30 seconds left.
Like, not just the cam noise being made, but look where Ara is. He's already gone through. There's 4 players ready for this XX.
Yeah, Hunter's Fury might need to play a big part here. Immediately popped. Used to try and take the space. Come back pushing in off of it. And while there is Rians to find one, that time is ticking, but they managed to get the trades. The problem is, there's still going to be that convergence path, leaving them stunned. And well, already just dropping another. It has to be the kill. Needs to be the kill from Boone. He won't get it. It's Westside. Holds on in a moment of need, and GX immediately respond.
Oh, he was so sneaky there. We're spotted so early on by Westside. Again, he does end up winning the round in a more conventional way, but even that info early on, it set them up for success. Now Westside is holding this angle. Oh, and he hits the jump peek, Benji.
Right, you
jump away
me,
with nothing.
And then I'll peek and kill him. Neither of those things happened.
You've lost your flank control. You've lost your drone as well for the way through. Like, look at this is the second time now that we've seen Heretics have to use that drone just to get Westside out of position. Before it was here on this box, which is his most common spot.
Okay.
Now
that's one way to deal with him.
That will get him out of position, to say the least. And the B site wide open.
Just shoot him.
It's a free plant. Yeah, maybe they'll try that strategy a bit more.
Heretics have been good at that in the past as well.
They have, yeah.
It feels like the meta for that. Well, Rolling Thunder available. This time I expect to see Flickless join up with the rest of the squad. Ara's going to get quite a lot of space. Boo was in utility, but seems a little bit more aware that that flank could be coming in. Rolling Thunder's moved at the same time, and already with Rian's going down, is he still going to be checking if Boo is in the back line? No, he's not. He's been caught. Woo in the smoke, dancing with death, avoiding the aftershock and managing to stay alive, leaving Comeback in position, who isn't going to miss either. This post plant working out wonderfully. And now Cloud, the only man standing, and Boo is there once again. Solid round from the IGL, and honestly, he was integral, because if he doesn't catch that lurker, those two players on site are screwed. Those two ults should be enough to section off any deep post plants and also clear the back of the site. So they're pretty much setting up completely. I'm surprised Ara has not moved at all, though. This is the moment he finally starts to make that move, and the rest of the team already sending in all of that utility. Salvo's forcing them out, and Woo is just dancing with death. B has been dropped for it instead. Spams from Benji! What? All three players dead within a second. Some assists came from Woo, who's on the ground, but other than that, he had no support in that moment. And well, I said Ara was late rotating. He's just gone right back to A. You need some information. You need to have that little bit of extra aggression, because you can't constantly get that from your, well, your one information finding initiator. Ara, a decent spot, and actually Rian's is the one to bite the bullet. That's the only gun they have in play. The rest is only pistols, but the pistols are all here, Mitch.
Yeah, they rotated in. They made the read. Boo's fallen off the map. How's this happened in all of the rounds?
Yeah, the spike as well.
That it could have been. The spike retrieved and brought to site. 12 seconds left. No salvos at least, but an aftershock sent through is going to cause problems. Comeback trying to bail them out. Got 3, but more needed as the plant finally comes in. But the player planting is all alone. The scary world enemies all around, and he catches Flickless. The info there for Cloud, at least. But it's Ringer Rosie. He's trying to catch Benji, checking left, checking right, but he has to push in to that attacker into the corner that Benji's currently holding from, and Cloud catches the timing. The round win for GX. Where we got your back. I think we've convinced them.
Yeah, everyone believes us.
Round 10 for Heretics.
I'm a trustworthy guy.
They've taken a bit of a fall in the previous round. Back out of the lead, giving it to GX. A round up,
see ya.
Player down. Nice early pick. Here, they can just burst straight into the site, but with the cam still outside B, a trap behind him, and a little bit of info to play with. They can do as they like. It looks like the A site weakness is going to be exploited. These salvos are buying a hell of a lot of time.
Well, yeah, and the players on the other side are still doubting this is an execution, because they've been going back so often after forcing them back. Come back. A nice opener, but the trade's thick and fast. Util sent out. Cloud's got through, though. A third kill for him already. And now Boo's the last man standing. A chance at redemption. He fell. So that maybe he can fly in this round, but he needs 2 more. That's the spike. He knows where it is, thankfully. But the other 2 players have already grouped up. Already looked to swing on him, and he's looking the wrong way. It's as easy as can be for Westside.
Yeah, you can see Boo trying to put the pieces together. Why weren't they in heaven anymore? Why weren't they fighting? Then GX have to use it to plug that information late. But if he has it online, I think that highlights the importance of baiting out that utility early on in your protocols and playing those defaults. Otherwise, very valuable utility left online late. Trap's going to be destroyed, but a player has snuck onto the site. Grabinho just about dodged the knife, but now he's being revealed. They know he's up close, and they'll look for the battle as the Hunter's Fury is sent through. Flickless tagged and sent backwards. That's the backup of Grabinho down, and because of that, everybody falls. The dominoes tipped by Heretics, and it looks like a clean sweep for the attackers.
Yeah, in zone flawless. Good work from Comeback, but I also think, again, you always have to give shout-outs to Rians in that moment.
The team that we know for those retakes, they didn't get a chance to even think about one there. B-site under threat, and again, I mean, it's just the enemy of Westside at this point. That drone constantly causing issues for him. The trap, again, going to be destroyed as really the battle. Oh, close! Come down to the shorty. Comeback, dove in, sprays through that smoke, and runs out of ammo at the wrong time, but the work seems to be done. They've taken the B site. They will dodge the ult. And it's onto GX with the Cosmic Divide in the way. They can't really punish, except for the salvos. That does well! Ara trying as he might. The round will still fall to Heretics, neck and neck at the half. It definitely feels like both teams coming in here.
Oh, he's
magazines
held the knife.
Loaded, plenty of
he
ammunition.
times as well.
going to be destroyed, so that utility makes it through. Not sure how many the drone spotted, but Ara wasting no time with getting in there. Boo on the other side, though, he's going to be caught by the flash. So unlucky. The timing there. Really what costs him is Woot sneaks his way out to the backside, finds one planter. That's who he's looking for, but it's a little bit of a bait. Ara's wrapping around that side, looking to take Woot down, and, well, he'll get him in the end. Even on a sliver of health himself, and Cloud survive, and
they know where they are.
Key parts keeping this round going. Comeback's completely alone and almost gets a double.
They're just trying to plant. They've had 3 attempts now, and every time someone has managed to sneak their way in. Both players tag low, both players' positions relatively well known. Now the util revealing, at least towards the backside. Cloud is doing well to at least chip away at a couple of these players, try and give a bit more of an opportunity to Flickless within the site. He needs to at least get one with the right click, though, otherwise this is going to be incredibly difficult. No utility to fight with. Another shock dart just trying to delay. Cloud has to avoid it, and well, what's the worst weapon you could face off there? Definitely a frenzy.
Yeah, that's going to be another orb for Rians as well. Another solid round from him in terms of the utility put through.
Because if there was a grab well behind...
Yeah, there's no star, Tom, so how could that happen?
I'll tell you, there wasn't one last time either.
He's ready for this play, though. On the A side, in time, Benji's already got one with the Bandit. Okay, now we're in trouble, because that nade kept the rest of the team back, so Ara dove completely alone, fell flat on his face. Now, Rians finds another, and in the side is comeback! GX have got next to nothing! 3 players left to deal with, 25 seconds, and comeback ends up with a triple. Oh, he was on the ropes to start, but my goodness, he got there in the end.
Talk about the supportive utility, talk about comfort. Woot's fragment, it just delayed everything. It allowed for the full rotation. No, see you later, Rians.
Yeah, that's more what I'm
That's why you have Westside on Chamber, because he gets that gun.
Yeah, it was last time, it was like a 3K in the pistol when they play this map. Oh, dive in again from Ara. And the cage this time separates them completely. Benji's able to get a double here, and yeah, just not capitalizing off that. Again, utility from Heretics makes it so difficult. We're down to a doable scenario here. Comeback playing this like a madman. And in the open, he'll be dealt with. Okay, GX, 2 versus 1. Only Boo left to deal with. He finds a low HP Flickless to start, though.
Well, the other guy was planting, so he should have a decent idea where Westside is going to be, maybe expecting to be pushed, expecting some aggression, but instead, Westside just repositioning, taking a bit of an off angle. Maybe even trying to bait the drop down, not sure. Or a misclick, we'll never know. For now, Boo needs to get on and tap that spike, needs to try and bait the fight, needs to try and get his opponent in, but he's not going to be able to. Westside, 3 kills for him in the round, an opener. And one that, I'll be honest, halfway through I thought was going to be a wasted ult for Ara, but it ends up working out.
Right back in the saddle, Bladestorm for comeback, and a very early piece of aggression on its way. A flash catches him, but they've got one primed and ready to fire back in the other direction. Great land from comeback. Now he holds that angle, and good luck fighting it. In fact, you don't want to fight that angle. They're looking to fight even deeper towards A main, while Boo holds the line on B, has backup as well, plenty of util. GX, they need an answer, and they're going to seek it out in mid, but here comes the drone. Cloud's going to have his work cut out for him dodging it. Fails.
Not really anywhere to go. That was the one sort of thing that they had going for them after losing the 2 early fights. Nice stun. Will at least make things a little bit tougher for Benji, but I think the second has been dodged. They're in the site, but doing anything here is going to be tough. Nice work to clear out comeback, though. This definitely makes things a little bit more interesting. Cloud, Ara's actually managed to get 2. Back to a 2v2 scenario. The site holders of B have fallen. And Ara's still getting aggressive, still looking to take the fight, but this time the spray wasn't clean.
Yeah, the spray, the running during it, I think might have caused a little bit of an issue. Flickless. Well, he has his ult, but he can't use it. They know where he is now as well, thanks to that shot fired out. Repositions, having baited the nade. Great spray! Catches Rians, not even the intended target. And now a headshot onto Woot needed. He's so low! And he won't catch him in the end.
Unlucky.
Double digits found for Team Heretics here. Hell of an effort by GX, though.
Well, does he? Because he's got to go forward.
You got to, first of all, cross, then you're swinging into that off, and he can always go back. That's exactly what's just happened. Comeback has faded out. And now posted up a bait he didn't know that he just sold. That's nasty. And a shot.
One health.
That has landed.
That's so brutal. I don't even know how's he on 1 health? He should be dead. He's a dead man walking, and somehow I would bet on Woot getting a kill in this round.
Akil, you're setting the bar low for a man like Woot. That's his last flash gone already, and 3 players just about to be grouped up outside this A site. Woot, 1 HP. It's got to be Boo to do the damage into pistols. Ooh. Very nearly gets the whole job done, but leaving Flickless alive is a big problem.
30 seconds
the
left.
plant can come through. The post plant Rolling Thunder, but in particular, it's this man. His position, a mid rotate from comeback, could cost them the round, but West side's already bailed.
Yeah, with everything they have, this time no Woot to deny that ultimate. A man that's important to clear, but I am looking at that Hunter's Fury instead.
Towards main, it's over.
If they can figure anything out, Rians might just be able to end the round.
Clearing sight.
First not hit, second not quite hitting either. And now they're able to hold on the line. Tour de force tagged up, but there's the Rolling Thunder getting ready to just send it home. Already pushing one back, but Rians has landed the shot, needs to get onto the defusal, the aftershock. He might be able to get into half before he dies, but there's nothing more to be done. The post plant was enough, and GX bounced back with a Red Bull clutch.
Yeah, I mean, Flickless has always been a phenomenal utility player.
Now this is just to put a spanner in the works. So your opponents have just taken a tactical pause. They've got an idea. Let's throw in a set play. Let's throw in a strat. Immediately taking space down mid. Drone through. Allows you to clear all of this space for free. Boo under serious pressure. A decent piece of utility back to maybe slow them down. Now Comeback's waiting. Can he get anything more though? The ult forcing them forward, but he's managed a second shot and then spins back around. Boo still standing. And with the 2 players on site, the set play so far hasn't worked.
No, this has not gone according to plan. Now we need a hero play, some risks to be taken. The dice roll comes in from Gravino. Nice shot to start, but too many players waiting. Flickless again, alone in the clutch. This time, no Rolling Thunder. Still has the aftershock, but 3 players to deal with, and he's completely surrounded. The first seems to come easy, but this double swing should be difficult to deal with. Flickless! He was given a second, an inch, and he took a mile with a Red Bull clutch. It's 10-10.
It was just disjointed enough from Heretics that they gave him the fights that he needed. Of course, he still needed that first one isolated, but he knew exactly where the next man was coming from. A perfect read on the scenario.
Forces GX into playing into this setup on B, and instead, 30 seconds on the clock. GX can wait. And after the drone goes through,
30 seconds left.
The B side's wide open, only 1 player there. Rolling Thunder gonna cause problems. Right side completely open, and the ult hits the other Benji. Stunned up, hindered, and Ara. Even the Gravwell couldn't keep him back. West side somehow got 2 on mid. Cutting the rotations off is an understatement. And 12 locked in for GX. Some brilliant play to get them an in-zone flawless.
Yeah, really nice round from them. I love the sort of re-hit. Like, okay, we've got the opener.
We look to Boo. Benji not even that close by. Boo's very isolated here. Cosmic Divide still available for this squad, but a shot landed. He has time to get that up if he wants to, but Boo seems to still want to fight. He will post up on top of the box at its west side to rip his head clean off. Now the pressure onto Benji, who again is alone, who again is looking for this fight. But this one might actually catch them off guard. He's looking the wrong way in heavy traffic, and Benji's been flattened.
Yeah, he heard someone in the cage and thought, oh, well, there's a guy there. Doesn't realize the second was at the back of the site. Comeback, looking to lead the charge. Counter utility slowing him down, but he has managed to find one. Needs a little bit more. Bladestorm already gets a second, but it's now down to the 1v1. Judge in hand, needs to try and fight Gravino quick, and again Gravino, just like a knife in the back. Moving in the darkness has closed out this map. A solid response from GX after a little bit of a staggering start.
Thankfully they haven't. They're sticking with what they know works for them stylistically on the map. Come back again. Okay, this is going to be interesting from Giants, because actually there's not a huge amount in Heretics' comp compared to their double initiators they've been playing on other maps.
played off of those positions, bar that little oopsie from Woot.
I also think the chokehold versus a sliding Neon is going to be another very irritating piece of utility to try and face off against Ara. There's no way out, but he has managed to at least find himself one. An early fight, but a lot of what they're leaving is just having Westside as that anchor for A. I think they are reading into the fact that their opponents are going to go back in this direction, and unfortunately for them, they are wrong.
Heretics have decided to take it to C, so as you say, GX making the wrong play,
30
leaves
seconds
Flickless
left.
They've realized.
up against the numbers. He spotted 3 now, but goes down. No delay anymore. The orb falls, and so too does the C site. GX remaining players too far away to really do anything about this, you would imagine. Paranoia is put through, so is Reveal. Hold on, they're going to float in on the back of it, trying to get some picks inside the smokes, but no, Reveal's coming through, and Benji hiding in the corner. Manages to catch Grabinho off, putting this down to a 2-dimensional push, both from spawn, both spotted, and soon, both to be swung. That one done and dusted. Heretics 1-0.
Yeah, I think just a decent pistol from them in terms of just having a read on roughly.
Another mistake, it would seem. I mean, they are sticking around A. It looked for a second like they'd rotate back. The drone going out on C hasn't fully sold them just yet. You can see that it gets broken, and Benji goes down, sure, but unless Westside gets a lot done in this corner, it should mean nothing. Can flash out, but they just swing it, and the numbers are enough to crumble that C site. And as well as that, GX, obviously the player they killed on A, only had a pistol, so they get nothing really.
Yeah, that's sort of the power of just having a singular pistol. It's whether or not there's going to be anything more from this. Well, the jiggle peek made that a bit easier for Boo. Grabinho seems like he's waiting for Ara. Never mind, no he's not. He's just going to take the 1v1 and he's going to win it. Rest of players locked into the site, but more importantly, that is a Bulldog down and into the hands of Grabinho. Now, he doesn't necessarily want this for the next round, so he's going to try and run in and make this one even more costly.
I'll tell you what, someone on Heretics will want it. Potential upgrades being brought back to them, but Rienz is gone down, and it's a 1v1 time already. Very low, but Ara catches Woot immediately. An unbelievable round down to a hair's width, but enough with 2.5 seconds in at any other position under the sun for Woot.
Lucky to be alive. Wow, this early look from Heretics on their own map choices has not got me feeling too happy. That's not bad, though. Westside down. All that talk about what the utility can do, but he's dead within the first few seconds.
A clean one, a freebie, and it gets them now aiming towards this A site, knowing they can use their util when they break through. That drone broken from far back. They don't know about Cloud just yet. You might grow suspicious with how quick they were to react to that utility, but still need to be so cautious in breaking through, and they are. Boo picks him off for free. No trade coming in, and now Grabinho under heavy pressure will pop a smoke up, trying to play inside, and emerges to catch Benji, and on the backside, Flickless on a tear, leaves this down to Ara. A solid performance from this man so far, and a chance to really hammer home the lead. He's hot on his heels. Oh, popped. Good stun as well. It's an easy win for Ara. If they round that corner too quickly, you won't have a chance to get out. He's pushing as well.
Oh, okay. Boo's clearly got some sort of spidey senses because just decided to look back at the perfect moment.
He's got ult.
If he wanted to try and take some space, Heaven would be a nice spot to try and move into. Or maybe he's just going to try TP to the back of B. Grabinho's got one for free, though. An angle given. Dodges the flash, and they are leaving this close. 20 seconds, they're now looking to try and run back towards the C site, but these steps have been heard. The call has been made. Flash deep into the site. Counter utility already spammed out. Flickless able to hold until he can see once again, and he has seen the light of day. All four wiped out again for Flickless. This man is carrying at this point.
This guy's crazy.
It does leave a bit of a gap. He's now rotated back towards the site. It's worth mentioning as well that there's that aggressive push coming in on the other side, and well, I don't know if it's the West Side utility that did anything there, but he sure can hit headshots.
He's unreal. Again,
30
part of the
left.
chamber that
Are
we
they going
talked
through
about.
this now?
The Headhunter. Yeah, they're going to walk in, contact in a Viper's pit through B! Through the smallest choke point in the game against Flickless! Have you lost your minds? 5-1 and in-zone flawless, and yeah, the fact that it's carried through to this map as well, to their comfort, to where they chose to play, that's the surprising part. You can see it being off guard elsewhere. Come back, here we go. You talk about it. Heretics fumbling, and it stops just as it's brought into your mind. Ara is going to make it back, but he won't be able to line up in time. Comeback 2 already in this round before falling. May just have set Heretics up for the win, at least for the plant. And, well, Cloud Overstayed is welcome. On a few lead gifts sent his way.
Evolution popped. No utility will affect, which, hey, if they try and use a Hunter's Fury on him, he'll be okay. There are, however, 3 other players alive, so I'm not sure that this is really going to matter too much in the end. We'll have to see if there's some magic that can be had from Westside to make this interesting. Time a-ticking. This is where he will just get onto that defusal, try and dodge any utility. It should be the spams that get the job done, though. And yeah, that's kind of what I expected to happen. I'll be honest with you. Heretics, second round onto the board. Drone going through on the other side there. There should be quite a bit of information on the other side. But they're already being flanked on. Hunter's Fury going through. You'll know there's 2 players on the back of the site, and that could be enough to find one. No, not quite, but Wu has taken space, but he doesn't actually realize that Ara is still on that short spot.
Surprised to see that even after that contact dissipated, even after the trap broken in the garage, it's only now that GX start to move. The 4-player A stack stuck in position until the plant was attempted, and now the steps heard because Boo was so late on the rotate, but he only gets 1. It's not enough. Someone's going to need to put in that extra shift in a 3 versus 4 TP taken to the spawn. It's going to be just 1 in the form of Flickless left to take that battle onto Benji Fishy while the rest of the squad battles for the site. Long could define it, and now the wall's closing in on Team Heretics. Players coming from all sides as Comeback trades out on Tara, but these players isolated, and Rienz looks to drop Flickless, knowing that he's coming from Long. The shot's sensational, but Ara, the swap out to the Vandal. It gets the round for GX. He's there just in time for the trade. 6-3 now. GX not letting Heretics all the way back in.
Coming through.
Boo in the open faces Ara, a man who started out kickoff with really just a poor performance, and since then he's been heating up better and better as the games go on. This one, night and day compared to this year's debut, and a 4 versus 3. But that operator on Ara still online. No ults to fall back on for Heretics. An early fight by Cloud, though, ahead of the pack, ahead of Ara. And Ara going down. Now it's back in Heretics' control. And it seems like they've got a chokehold on the game, with Westside's headshots being demanded, being required. And at least the first will find its way into his possession. But Rienz, he ran for the hills. They were going to play the time there, even if Woot didn't land the kill. He got 1 at least, but especially in this round where he's the one with the rifle. No one else has got anywhere near that kind of hardware. He's got to find something. They've seen him. Oh, Ara's won it! Comeback, knew he was there. Had him locked in with an op, and somehow, I don't even think he knew that he was spotted. Like, Ara just, he just wide swings it. Fair enough.
Big early pick for the defensive side.
That's massive.
Locks them out of one position. Boo's still lurking on the other side of the map, and the rest of them trying to put pressure in towards A. Maybe Cell, bit of an idea that that's the direction they're heading. It's going to put the pressure onto Flickless once again, but Ara's gone walkabouts. He's gone pressing through mid, and the distraction is perfect. They just put out another player just to try and give him the opportunity, and when given, he takes over. 3 kills, the only rifle they had, and now only 1 man stands in his way. Boo's got no chance. 20 seconds, spike down. It was meant to be the beginning of maybe the comeback to a 6-6 scoreline. Instead, that half is guaranteed going the way of GX.
10 seconds left.
Oh, Ara's wrapping around. They're going to give it to him. Give him his 4th. Not quite the ace. Grubby stole it, but And Westside's there to do the same in the end. A thrifty's a thrifty, though. A round win for GX.
They've been playing lurks. They've been moving back. Instead, they're going in towards that veto setup.
It's a great tag. They know where the danger is. Wall's going to go straight up to stop that op from having any impact. McLeod is still holding on to control for a moment as he slips away, though. Grabinho, they well and truly know about him. Not letting him away with anything as flickless. Well, he's been good for a couple of clutches that I definitely counted him out of, Tom, but a 1 versus 4 back into the A site. This should be impossible.
They could even, if they wanted to, just use the From the Shadows as a recon. There's so many variables, and you can already see that they're playing contact off the back of Woot. There are 2 players, make that 3 players ready to swing.
Toxins going up.
Now, the second he makes it out of this smoke, if he gets past Woot, which is tough enough as it is, and even then the time will start to be an issue. We can just write this down as a 7-5, and that's exactly what it will be. Even still, one of the best defensive halves, or no, the best defensive half we've seen versus Heretics on this map this year.
Yeah, but how many games they'll need to win in a row? No margin for error. And we've seen the level go up across the board. Woot, that wall's going to come down. He's going to have a fight on his hands, and 2 players on the other side, West side, and a pistol as well. Not the ones you want to face. Drone sends Boo back outside of A. Yeah, he's going to stay in the spawn, and they'll play this as a retake. Surely a plant pretty much guaranteed at this point. They're trying to make the best of this bad situation, a reveal and a spam through the smoke, but nothing found.
It's already looking like a tough retake from this point onwards. Post plant. Still got paranoia and a stun. They're going to have to be huge pieces of utility to try and make this awkward. The stun forces one out, but the orb is just making things so tough. They wanted to try and move off that, but losing some of your HP, getting decayed as you try and make your way in is so much more of a problem. And now the paranoia comes through. Past 1 they go, but the trades are just perfect. A singular kill comes up for the side of Heretics as GX are starting to get out of sight.
Especially with the results last year, especially with them looking a little shaky and then very much waking up. The Fnatic kickoff experience. This push from Woot. It's audacious, and he doesn't land his shots. Luckily, Benji was there with him. It looks like that's the end of mid-aggression for now.
It almost has to be, because they've left so much space, but Comeback is watching. Not going to allow for any shenanigans from Grabinho this time.
Toxins going up.
Trap and Cam to deal with. Drone's going to clear B, but it's all about the strike timing of Comeback. Does he come wrapping around behind them? A freebie if he decided to, but no, it's West side who's going to be threading the needle. Flank come. Oh, no! Switching to an ability at just the wrong moment, and oh, that's a tragedy in action.
Oh, no. There's your veto highlight. That's all we were looking for the entire time.
I believe now, Tom. I'm sold.
Oh, it's still Flickless and Cloud. Late rounds, Flickless has been incredible, but this might have to be the best of the lot. And already Corp, but no! I thought he was dead to rights. A couple of players waiting around the corner, 6 bullets remaining, and well, I don't think he lands a single one. Thankfully for Heretics, they have got away with that one, but when he hit that first shot, I was worried for them. But instead, they're going to meet the drone of Rians, which I feel like has been a general irritation throughout this series so far.
Definitely on that first map, causing its problems. You can ask Westside about that later. Pursuit of double digits, the plant found already, and Heretics will have to pick up the pieces. Evidently, feeling comfortable in the retake, no ultis to play with, but still so much utility because of that direct approach. The flash will already get them onto the site. The one-way smoke up top countered out by a smoke of their own. The defuse to be tapped and draw out some of that utility. For now, though, there's nothing coming their way. Boo's caught a shot onto Ara as they blitz down through mid. What a swing from Comeback. They're fighting back on the other side, though. Cloud, the man top fragging the last map, comes in for more and takes a bite out of Woot. A 3K on the board, and GX have found double digits. They are only a matter of steps away. For now, at least, a man advantage. Start of the, well, damn it, comeback, the resurgence, let's say. Has to be here and now. Ara, he's been such a problem, but this time he'll be dealt with right away.
It was just a ruse, though. this was an idea to try and give some space over. They're hearing the steps, but they don't know that Flickless is here. They do check for it, though. They make sure that nothing is left unchecked this time. And while Westside has also been spotted,
Trap triggered.
both players trying to fight in this direction, but it gives a gap elsewhere. They know that eventually this attack is going to have to get aggressive, and while it would have had to be a 2-for-1, instead it's Woot with 3. Cloud for an all-time clutch. The first comes easy. It's the next 4 that should be impossible, given a slight opportunity, but they're already on that defusal. He needs to go diving in to try and find them. He's definitely making things a little interesting, a little costly, even taking down a 4th, but they've already defused the spike. It's impressive stuff. It's a showing of style, but he did still lose the round. Realistically, I'm looking at the position of Westside already. He's got himself in the corner just in case there is a C-site push. It was there before, out from comeback, but he no longer has that operator, and by the looks of it again, they're going to go straight back to this B-site plant.
Immediate retake attempted by Heretics. They're trying to catch the planter, but it doesn't work. Paranoia goes through. Grabinho sees one on the left. Smoke set through, but Flickless already has a double, dodging down from the shots as the snake bite lands. Comeback steps forward to his death, and Boo, the last to be sent to the grave, but he seems well and truly on his way. 2 shots left, and 1 from Cloud is all it takes. The IGL leading by example. What a series from GX.